Hey, what's up guys? This is Lichliter, Formula Drift Prospect Driver. And I want to tell you what happened to me at the Drift Mansion last weekend. If you've never been to the Drift Mansion, make it a must. Hands down, favorite event ever done. Way too much fun to talk about in one video. But I had a mechanical failure. One of my pulleys started to have some play. And I'm sponsored by NonStopTuning. They make a lot of the pulleys that are on my engine. So I want to show you how you can repair your pulley if it were to start to have some play. So go over here, show you what I got set up. Alright, so now we're all set up here on the table. I want to show you the difference between a non-stop-tuning one versus your OE one on a LS platform motor. The OE one is just made out of plastic. It can tend to crack or chip over time. Sometimes you can get some gunk in the ribs. Let's see, like I have a piece right here, and just over time and wearing, it's become part of the pulley now. If this bearings goes bad, it's just pressed in. There's not really a way to service it, so this would just be a replaceable component if it were to go bad. But with non-stop tunings, the cool thing is this is anodized aluminum, so it will never get anything in here, and if it does, it's very easy just to get it out. This will never crack or chip. The durability on this is way better, and it has a serviceable bearing, so you'll just need to take out this clip here, and then you can push out the bearing. The bearing is super easy to replace. Here's the part number on this. Is a 6203 SKF bearing, so comes very inexpensively, and we're going to go ahead and service this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, before I go ahead and start taking these things apart, I did want to take a second to say that yes, this non-stop tuning one is heavier than the plastic OEM one. But for me, I much rather have a more durable pulley. And just to show you the difference on what that looks like, I have a scale over here. Here is the OE one. I'm just going to set it down. We have a 3.7 ounces for the OE. And the non-stop tuning one is 7.4. Now, I much rather have a pulley that's going to last a lifetime and only needs to be serviced from time to time, rather than to buy a bunch of spare parts that I wouldn't need it. This fits in my toolbox a lot easier than this does. So now I'm going to teach you how to service this. It's extremely easy. You just need some snap ring pliers to remove the snap ring. I like to use, maybe a couple pocket screwdrivers to pry it out as I'm doing it. And then you're going to take it over to the bench press and actually push it out. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so you're going to pick up your pliers here. Okay, snap rings off. Not bad, super easy. And then you're going to take the bearing, you're going to flip over the pulley, and you're going to push out. I like to use a socket that's about the same size, so I'll use this to push it out. And the bearing will fall out and put the new one in. So let's head over to the bench press and let me show you how it's done. Okay, so now we're over here at the press. I'm going to place just a towel down so I don't score the face of the pulley, and put this down in here, and then I'm going to put my socket right here. I'm going to line all this up, and then it's time to push it out. Release the pressure, and there we go, our pulley is out. Now if you're at the track, you can always do this same method with a hammer, last minute, because obviously not a lot of us have a press at the track, but yeah, this is how you remove the bearing. And once you have the bearing completed out, You want to inspect the inside surfaces to make sure it's not scored. Sometimes when bearings have play, it can cause some wobbles and some scoring inside the interior walls here. But it looks like we caught the bearing right when we needed to, and we don't have any damage to the interior walls, so that's perfect. I am going to just wipe it up, clean off any dirt that might have gotten in there. As we press this in, we want a nice clean mating surface. Okay, now that the old pulley is completely removed and we have it all cleaned out, I'm just going to take a fingerful of oil here and just put it on the inside walls. As I press the new bearing in, I want to slide in nice and gently. A little bit of lubrication doesn't hurt at all. When it comes to installing the bearing, you can install it anyway. Either side is fine. I want to change my socket though, because I want my socket to be pushing actually on the actual race itself, not on this black plastic where I could potentially damage the ball bearing. So I'm going to push directly on the metal, and because of that I actually did move this down a notch so that we can fit everything here. Okay, go ahead and tighten it up. You can watch how the bearing is just going in ever so smoothly. Try to adjust the camera for you. And as soon as you feel some tension, that's when you stop. You don't want to keep pressing it down because you're just going to smush the bearing. So that's it. We'll go ahead and relieve the tension. Set this camera back up for you. Okay, now that we relieve the tension, we can take our socket off and inspect our new pulley. New bearing in there. It looks like it's sitting in the grooves just perfectly fine. Seated all the way against the back wall here. Let's go put the snap ring back on. Alright, so here is the pulley. I'm just going to wipe down any dirt and grease that was on my original snap ring. Use my tool here. And now it's time for the install. And then I just take my screwdriver and just kind of push down. You can see the click and lock. Try to zoom on that a little bit so I can show you. This is down in the groove, but this one is not, so I need to push down firmly and make sure it goes in the groove. Just like that. You want to make sure all areas of the snap ring are in there. And then just like that, you have serviced your pulley and can go back on the car. Well, I hope that you found this video useful, so you can service your own pulleys that you get from NST if you ever need to. And if you guys have any questions, just drop them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time, see you later.